So, y'all have been asking me to do this damn video. Even though I don't want to, but this is a requested video, but so I gotta do what y'all wanted. So let's get into this fucking video. I have a story time to tell you that that I know that y'all wanted to know about the beef and shit like that. About the beef that I've been having in school and shit like that. But I'll tell y'all all about it. So let's get I know that y'all people have been curious about what's going on with me back in Rust up in school and all, with all that beefing and all that bullshit about the problems with me, like me and Caleb, me and Texas, and all that bullshit. So I'm gonna get straight through it. So I'll start with Texas first. So it was like when, like, how we fell apart and all that bullshit. It was like after my birthday and shit, like back in October. But I'm not gonna tell you my fucking birthday because you know how people are. But I remember when he asked me to fucking slapbox and all that bullshit, and I couldn't say no because I like I like challenging people sometimes, but I couldn't say no, so we got into the restroom, okay? And I remember that I threw the first slap on his fucking face, and then that's when we would start getting at it on the side bus. He said that I took it too far. Okay, first of all, I did not take it too far. I was doing what people should do when people slapbox. So he's saying that I take it too far and stuff like that. And I dab him up to see if it was cool. He said it was cool, but he got mad later on and shit like that. I heard, throughout the days, I've heard that he wanted to let me see. I heard he said he wanted around with me, and I said I bet. Because you know me, I'm always down for that type of bullshit, man. I'm always down for that type of bullshit, man. So you already know. So I just waited. I just waited for that motherfucker to pull up to walk up to me and shit like that, but he never did. I don't know what the fuck his problem is. But I've been seeing him going around challenging people to fucking fights and shit like that. So I'm over here thinking that he's trying to prove that he could fucking whoop my fucking ass. Trying to prove that he could whoop my fucking ass. First of all, I've been into a lot of fucking fights up in Jacksonville and Rusk and all that bullshit. Yo, you see all them cuts and bruises. No, well, not bruises. All them cuts and scratches on my fucking arms and shit. Yeah, that's not. I know that y'all think that is from all that suicidal type of stuff, but it's not. It's because of these fights that I've been getting into throughout the years. So some people, like, I know a lot of people say, like, a lot of people think I'm a crazy ass motherfucker because of a lot of fights that I've been getting into in Jacksonville. But I'm not like that. But I'm not that crazy. I'm not even crazy. So you can go fuck yourselves. But look, I've been seeing Texas try to challenge some fucking people, try to prove himself that he could fucking whoop my ass in the second round. And also, I heard some people saying that when he, like, on the day that that one that slapbox. I heard that he was crying like a little bitch. I heard that he was crying like a little bitch, and he was saying like how could he whoop my fucking ass? 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 Bro, I was like, what the hell? Like, it's not even fucking serious. Like, bro, it's not even fucking serious. Like, motherfucker. Bro, it's not even fucking serious, bro. I'm telling you. Look, if you lose a fight, you lose a fight. If you lose a sidebox, you lose a sidebox, man. You can't be just go crying like a little bitch and just man, come on now. But his ass don't fucking dropped out of school because of some shit. But I'm thinking that, but I'ma just say this: the only reason that he dropped out of school because of my ass. I made his ass fucking drop out. He the one that trying to challenge people to a fucking fights and shit like that to prove that he could whoop my fucking ass. And look where that led him to. Look where his ass led to. Let him get into fucking trouble with them teachers and all them principals and all them teachers and stuff. Look where that led him to. Dropped out of fucking high school. I heard they was going to send him to AEPers and all that bullshit, but he decided to not go there and decided to fucking drop out of high school. So let's talk about another person. I'm done talking about this motherfucker. I hope he can get his act right, and I want to give out two apologies for Texas, man. I didn't mean to do like that, but if he still have beef with me, then we could run that shit down, like on some real shit. And I promise you, it's gonna be on fucking site too. But let's talk about it. All right, now, some of y'all people wanted to know what's going on between me and Caleb Barfield. Well, nothing's going on with us right now, but just like Texas, he need to get his act right too, because I don't know what he got going on or like what his problem is, but he need to get his shit act right. Because I remember back in September or whatever, I was talking to someone. I'm not gonna say the person's name. And then he came up, and then I was playing around with him and stuff like that. And oh shit, my bad. Sorry, my bad, my cat right there. But look. Every time I talk about this, every time I talk about this story to fucking people, I get pissed off sometimes. But I'm gonna try to do this I'm gonna try to do this right quick. Anyway, I was talking to somebody, right? I'm not gonna say no names or nothing like that. But I remember he threw his backpack. I remember he threw his backpack on her legs and shit like that. And I was playing around and shit, and bro, let me show you something. Let me show you what this motherfucker did. Hold on. Let me show you what this motherfucker did. Let me show you what he did. This dog is Caleb, right? I did like this. And then he gonna do this. And then he gonna do this. All right, you see my hand? He gonna do this. And then he said, if you grab my shirt again, I'm gonna beat your ass. First of all, ain't nobody gonna whoop your fucking ass, bitch ass nigga. Ain't nobody gonna whoop your fucking ass. Because if I grabbed you in your shirt, we would have gotten to a fight, bro. That's the shit that pisses me off. Until this, but like for real, ain't nobody grabbed you in your shirt. I never grabbed his shirt or anything. I did this. He gonna say that I grabbed his shirt because I'll only grab somebody's shirt if I really wanted to get into a fight. I never wanted to fight that dude. Like me and him were like me and him was cool at the time. I never wanted to fight him. But he was saying some shit. But at that day, he was saying some type of bullshit that really pissed me off, and I started arguing with him for a bit. I was finna fight the dude for real. We almost fought, and then until her GF got between us and broke us up. I'm not gonna say her name or anything like that. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna go into full detail, like I'm not gonna say like more of the story because every time I talk about it, I just get so mad, bro. And then what's crazy is the other day, okay, the other day, I don't think it was that long ago. You'll think it was um. I think it was like last month or something. Like last month I remember someone. I'm not gonna say his name, by the way. I remember someone came up to me and saying he don't like me for some reason and blah blah blah. And I said, okay. Like I didn't believe him at first because I didn't want to fool with him like that. Like I didn't believe him at first until more and more people coming up to me and saying that he don't like me and such and he want to fight with me and such. And I wanted to see if that's true. So I had a snap, right, like Snapchat. And also if you want my snap, I'll leave this. If y'all want my snap, I'll leave the description down below if y'all want my snap. But I went to Snap, right? Now I tried to text him about it and see if that's true or not. To see if it's true or not, if he wanted to fight and such. But his motherfucking ass wanna fucking block me and shit. And I said, alright, that's a bet. So I wasn't going to confront him like in person because you know how me and him got down like last time. So I never tried to confront him about it in person and all that. But I remember walking out in the hallways and then he gonna be like looking at me with a fucking mean ass look, like he wanted to fight with me and such. Look, I take that as disrespect. Like people looking at me with a mean ass, whole ass mean ass look. I take that as disrespect. So please don't do that. That's one of the reasons why I got into fights up in Jacksonville because people been doing that. So I don't even like that. Because when a person looks at me like that, that's how I know that person wants to challenge me to a whole ass fight. Like a whole ass fight. So I don't know, man. I just really don't know, man. And then the other day I posted a story about him. Well, shit. I told some people about about what happened between me and Caleb and stuff like that. And I remember the other day. It was a rainy day. I think it was a rainy day, right? Like I think it was a rainy day. But it was like after school, and I walked past by him. I didn't say no fucking word. And I didn't say no fucking word or anything. I heard him talking about me and stuff like that. and like pointing fingers and shit and doing all this and all that shit. I was like, I remember I look back and I see him do this while talking and shit. I was like, all right. I said, in my mind, I said, all right, Caleb, don't, you don't want this. You don't want this, so don't come to me. You don't, I promise you, you do not want this. You do not want this. I remember I've been to Jacksonville and you do not want this. I swear you do not want this. And so I didn't do anything about that. I was going to go over there and say some stuff about it, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna just let it slide. I ain't gonna do nothing about it. I ain't gonna do nothing about it. I ain't gonna do nothing about it. And he needs to get his act right for real, because if he don't, then we might as well get into a fight or something like that. I remember one of his friends from his friend group told me that he doesn't want no problems with me, but he's not scared and such. It's just, okay, first of all, how come you don't want no beef with me, or like you don't want to have no problems or fight with me, but you're gonna talk a lot of shit about me? How does that make sense? Like, how does that make sense? I remember when them freshmen were testing and such that I was up in the no, not Coliseum. I was in the old gym, right? And then I was sitting, I was sitting down. I think it was right at the bleachers or something like that. But I remember he came up. He sat right nearby to me, and I remember I had to move and sat to the other side because of that damn mean ass look that he gave me. Because I said let me move out of here before let me go to the other side before I get into a fight. I said let me move to the other side before I get into a fight. But for real, you need to get this act right, because I don't know, bro. But he needs to stop trying me, like, for real. He needs to stop trying me, because I'm not the one. No way. I am not the one. You can ask everybody I know up in Jacksonville. I ain't the fucking one. I'm just saying, I ain't the fucking one. So whoever y'all friends with, if y'all are friends with him or anything like that, leave him this fucking message. Leave him this message. So yeah. But anyway, guys, that's why I got problems with him and such. But hope you guys